for the purposes of both you and the camera, we will deal with and explain everything.
So we begin. Jai Gurata, Namaste Sitaram, Assalamu Alaikum, good morning. Today we are going to perform the Shraddh ceremony of Henry, and the first puja here is what we call the outside puja of the Bandara, in which we are going to have a baby made like a human being. This baby is representative of the parts of the body that in the next life of Henry he will have to get the blessings of the Lord to get that part of his body made. The next ceremony which we'll be doing upstairs will be Gita part. It is said this body is made out of two parts, not body but this being. First the body that we call Anamaya Kosh, and then the soul, which is the sense of touch, taste, smell, hearing and seeing. So this is the main purpose of these two pujas, first outside here, the Bandara and then the Gita part. So we begin now. I have you standing up. Why are you standing up? It is said that whenever anybody is coming to your home, normally you will go outside and welcome them. Today, many people tend to believe that this ceremony is nothing to do with the Devi and Devatas. It is said God will come and do what he has to do for you, but you have to welcome him to your home. If somebody comes to your home and your gate is closed and you're not outside there, they wouldn't come in. And you could jump high, jump low. If you do not welcome them, they would not do what you like to do for them. So this is why you have you standing up. First of all, before I begin anything, in all my puja, whether it be Bandara, Shraddh, Gita Path or whatever, I call upon Swamiji. Swamiji is my guru. It is said if a doctor is going to perform an operation, it is said that he will consult his senior doctor, the one whom he gets training under, and then if there's any advice to be given by that senior doctor, then he can continue to perform that operation. Similarly, me, I cannot get the permission, or I should not do anything without the permission of my guru, Ganapati Sachendra Swamiji. So you all know who Swamiji is, put your hand there, let's beg him to come to this puja. Henry was a follower of Swamiji, so we also beg him to come on his behalf. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Paravallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Gurutatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Sachendra Swami Namaha, Om Namo, Om Namo, Om Namo, Ekadantaya Vidmahi, Vakratundaya Dhimahi, Tannodanti Prachodayatu, Dattatreyaya Vidmahi, Atriputraya Dhimahi, Tannodata Prachodayatu, Katyayanyaya Vidmahi, Kanya Kumari Chadimahi, Jana Durgi Prachodayatu, Shri Ganapati Sachidananda Gurubhyo Namaha, Sachidananda Vidmahi, Guru Sheshtaya Dhimahi, Tanu Brahma Shri Prachodayatu, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Brahmanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Jnana Murtim Dvadvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Salvade Sakshiputam Bhavaditam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Ado Brahma Madhya Vishnu Antideva Sadashivaha Murtitraya Surupaya Dattatreya Namosute Uchidananda Rupaya Shivaya Paramatmane Namo Vedanta Veyaya Gurame Badi Sakshi Ganapati Gurumekam Sachidananda Rupam Vibodanivaha Savyam Yoga Margari Rudam Shamana Bupagatanam Artha Sanghadi Vajam Mamaride Nivasam Bhaktiram Lo Namami Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Om. So now that we have begged Swamiji to come, and he is here, he is going to overlook this ceremony that we are performing, and the blessings will come from him through me to whoever is performing this puja number 1 and also for Henry. So you start the puja by first of all washing your hand. And when you wash your hand, there will be water for the baby. You all can hold it. Stand up. Give him the water later. Wash for your hand. No, give him the whole bowl. You pour water for him. Om Gange Namaha. Wash your hand. Now drink water. Keshavaya Swaha. Again. Narayana Namaha. Not you take it and give it to him now. No, let him give you now. So you wash your hand, Om Gange Namaha. So the washing of the hand will show the outside of your body is clean. Drink the water, Kesavaya Swaha, Narayana Swaha, Madhavaya Swaha, wash your hand, Govindaya. Alright, now give you an exercise, you have it. So to wash your hand is show the outside of your body is clean, the drinking the water is to show that your inside of your body is clean. Om Gange Namaha, Om Keshivaya Swaha, Om Narayana Swaha, Om Madhavaya Swaha, wash your hand, Govindaya. Next person, same thing. So after you have cleansed yourself, then you can begin this puja. So although you have fasted and you have kept yourself clean and ready for this puja, the final cleansing is in front of the Vedi right here. Right. So after you have cleansed yourself, then I'm going to put a ring on your finger. This ring is to engage you in puja. Just like when a boy and a girl are engaged, you must think about who they engage and nobody else. Similarly, once this ring gets on your hand, right, Om Pushya Situ Deva, I put fingers of that. You can pull this here to get it back. Om Pushya Situ Deva, Kushamule, Janadha Kushamedi, Deva, Brahma Vishameshwara. So these rings is made out of kush grass, which is really actually the real type of ring that you can use. Pull it, right, good. Take the next right hand now, left hand, right hand. Same ring finger. This ceremony you have to use both fingers, both hands, so we engage you both hands to this puja. So this engagement ring is now making you involved with this puja. Unless you take off this ring, then you must think about the puja, nothing else. So we are still putting on the ring on all of your hands. Om Kushya Situ Deva, Kushamule, Janadha, Kushamedi, Deva, Brahma Vishwameshwara. Okay, so after you have done that, the next stage is for you to light all the diya bulbs. You could light someday, you could light this side. There's extra much here, but you light it and let them start. Put up, light the diya. Om Kush, Om Siddhi Buddhi Pade Devi Bhakti Mukti Padayani Mantra Murti Mahadevi Mahalakshmi Navasate Om Lakshmi Pita Kalyana Arogiram Samsam Om Shatru Vinashaya Deepam Jitamaste Om Lakshmi Pita Kalyana Arogiram Samsam Mamata Vinasha Prata Jitamaste. Like this one also. So why do we light the diya at this point in time in the puja? It is said diya represents the Atma, the soul. So when we light that diya, we bring the soul of all these devatas that we are going to do in this puja, which I'll explain as we go along. So first thing, we bring up what is light over about? Om Siddhi Buddhi Pade Devi Bhakti Mukti Padayani Mantra Murti Mahadevi Mahalakshmi Navasate Om Lakshmi Pita Kalyana Badogya Sampada Mama Shatrina Ashaya Deepam Jyota Namaste. Alright, while he's doing that, that's here. You'll light this side. No, then I'm not going to light. You like why you can light on the light. Why? If it alters, as I don't worry, it's a symbolic act, the breeze is going to keep out. And you light it. Now I'm going to ring the bell. Om Agmartanto Devadam Gubanartanto Rakshasam Purvi Gantarvam Tatra Devata Honchinam Ede Gantanara. So the bell drives away evil forces. Alright, so put on the platform for the tip. Once it, so the bell drives away evil forces and calls the good forces. Sit down. Everybody can sit down. So now the evil forces have been driven away, the good forces are here. Then you sit down. Right, that's. Good. So now the deities have arrived and you have sat down. Now we have to do another cleansing ceremony. While he's doing that now, same procedure just now. Drink water 3 times. Om Achamya, give them 2 of them. Drink water. Keshivaya Swaha, drink it. Narayana Swaha, drink again. Madhavaya Swaha, you alone, don't take it. Then you have Govindaya Namaha. You alone watch me. Vishnavaya Namaha Dila. Madhusudaya Namaha. Turikamaya Namaha. Vamaya Namaha. Bend your hand again. Alright, I give you the same thing. Drink water. Keshivaya Swaha, drink water. Keshivaya Swaha. Narayana Swaha. Madhavaya Swaha. Then your hand, Govindaya Namaha. You alone watch me. Vishnavaya Namaha, Madhusudhaya Namaha, Turikamaya Namaha, Vamaraya Namaha, bend your hand. Alright, hand, give him water drink. Om Achimya, Om Keshivaya Swaha. Drink again, Bab. Narayanaya Swaha. Drink again, Madhavaya Swaha. Benyahan, Govindaya Namaha. Vishnuvaya Namaha, Madhusudhaya Namaha, Shrikmaya Namaha, Vamana Benyahan. Right, good. Babs, let he light, Babs, take water out. Pour for him. Now you go. Right, good. If it all go away, that is just the activity of lighting it will be done. After that, drink. Stop, drink water. Keshivaya Swaha, drink. Drink. Keshivaya Swaha, drink again. Narayanaya Swaha, drink again. Madhavaya Swaha, Benyahan, Govindaya Namaha, Babs, Vishnuvaya Namaha, Madhusudhaya Namaha, Shrikmaya Namaha, Vamana Namaha, Benyahan.
Sure.
I have to do the same. Om Achimya Keshivaya Swaha, Narayanaya Swaha, Madhavaya Swaha, Govindaya Namaha, Vishnuvaya Namaha, Madhusudhaya Shrikmaya Namaha, Vamana Namaha. All of you watch me and do what I'm doing now. Babli. Sridharaya Namaha, Rishikeshaya Namaha, Rishikeshaya Namaha, Padmanabhaya Namaha, Damodaya Namaha, Sankarashaya Namaha, Vasudevaya Namaha, Pradyumnaya Namaha, Anirudhaya Namaha, Purushottamaya Namaha, Adokshijaya Namaha, Narasimhaya Namaha, Achitaya Namaha, Janardaya Namaha, Upedraya Namaha, Alaya Namaha, Shri Krishnaya Namaha, Shri Krishna Parabrahma Namaha. What you have just done there, you're going to perform the ceremony that you're using. You're not going to use your hands alone to do the ceremony. All parts of your body must be used. So therefore, when you touch all the parts of the body, you say all these parts of the body, let it function to this puja. But the most important part of your body is a nostril. If you're not breathing, you're not living. So we do a little pranayama. Pranayama is breathing exercise. Follow me what I'm doing. You're going to touch your right nostril, exhale to your left, inhale, exhale, exhale. Well, follow me and do it. If you know the mantra, Bhuvasva Tatsaviturvarinyam, Bhagavadevasyajivihi Veda Prachara, you say, follow me and do what I'm doing. Om Pranayama. Now, it is said sometimes, when you talk, you go through one ear and you come through the nose, that? You come through the next ear, right? So therefore, you want to make sure whatever I tell you here today, instructions, you must remember it. That's why I told the cameraman, everything here is to be done, not to be recorded. So therefore you will remember. So you're going to cover one ear so that it will not go through one ear and cover the next ear. Take your right hand, cover your right ear. Om Apo Jyota Samritam Brahmavod Soro. Right, you do your hand. Now each one of you take a flowers in your hand. Right? Have any yellow rice?
Yes.
Yellow rice. Take some rice and put some saffron and make it yellow. Each one of you take a flower, yeah. Put in a little, one of those small bowls. You can have a bowl there.
Comes this.
So I give you flowers in your hand, right? Take a little bit of rice, a little bit, not much, and put in each one of your flowers. Put one drop of rice in these flowers. Do put on the side of your hand. As I do, put on the side so you can put them on the table. Right, okay. Take this, put a drop of water in that flowers. Okay, so why I give you flowers? On the day of the cremation, and recently I did another cremation, I told people, whenever I give flowers, you are doing that activity with love. Today, you are performing this Bandara here, this part of the ceremony here. You must do it with love. Not because the Pandit come and say, now you do this. You do. You must do it with love. So that flowers represent you're doing it with love. You're doing it for Henry with love, but you're doing it for all the devotees also with love. So you have accepted these flowers to perform the ceremony with love. I'm going to do what we call the Sankalp. The Sankalp is the registration of the ceremony, right? Today we are going to do this puja. I do puja every day, so I know how to call the day in Sanskrit, etc., 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 etc. So I'm going to do what we call the time, the day, the place, the minute of this puja. I'm going to do it now. We call it the Sankalp. And then I'm going to tell you to call your name. Why I'm going to tell you to call your name? You are the one performing this ceremony, and you're going to say in your mind that I would like you to, Lord, please, give me the permission to perform the ceremony. Then I'll tell you to call Henry name. No, do not call him as uncle, no father, no brother, nothing. He is nothing to you right now. So I begin what we call the Sankalp to perform this ceremony. ओम शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अदे ब्रह्मणा द्वितीय प्रादे श्वेतवराहस्मोति वैवद्वतः मन्वन्तरे कलियुगे प्रथम पादे जम्बूद्वीपे वेस्टिंडीज त्रिनिदादेशे अरिपो नदीतीरे दत्ताक्षेत्रे सत्युरुसनिधौ अस्मिन् व्यावहारिका चान्द्रमानेन प्रभवादि दुर्मुखा नाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने अश्विनमासे शुक्लपक्षे अष्टमी तिथि वासरः वासयुक्तां शुभ नक्षत्र शुभ योग शुभ करण एवं गुणा विशेषणा विशिष्टां अस्यां शुभ तिथि मम उपात समस्त द्वितक्षय द्वारा श्री परमेश्वर प्रीत्यर्थम call your name in mind, call your date of birth, call your rasinam, call Henry name and say in English way that please give you permission to do this Shraddha ceremony. Adusi Shraddha Aham Karishye, pretty flowers on top of the bead. Okay, so now that you have pledged this ceremony, just like on the day of the funeral, we made you make a pledge. Now we're going to prepare certain halsas and certain vessels for ceremony. That's give them that. We get all of them involved. All of them, give them this one. Put them in front of you. Rest it. Now whatever he is going to do here, you are going to do the same thing there, right? Babs, take this. Open. You all take this, open. You're going to put on the four sides from the south. Listen to me, you fellas. From the south, 1, 2, 3, 4. You put on the south, 4, then switch over, give him that, and he will give it. Go ahead. Kalasya Puja, do not stick to this one. How do you better take it? He's not following. Put it in front of you. Right, okay. Touch from the south with your ring finger. Om Kalasya Puja, and you go right one clockwise. Om Yedivaha Savita Smakam Dhilabhasve, when they finish, switch over. So the three kalsa that we do in puja here for, and I must tell you, put on the Lota to mouth. Swamiji has introduced these systems, which was old systems, it was always there and it was lost. And the three kalsas that we are using are the one with in front of Val here, which is the one for the Divya Devtas to come and have a place. The one with the coconut, which is Lord Shiva, and the one in front of this gentleman here with the Lota. Right, now to put that coconut, pick it up, press it over. Right, that's it. Hand it up, hand it up. Now you take this, put some in here, put some there, some there. So the chemicals that we have just put on the outside is to drive away evil forces. Give them to put there. So these chemicals, Hardi and Sindhu, drive away evil forces. When you're trying to do puja, try not to use this finger. They call it the acquisition finger. So try to use this finger. Right? Go ahead. Put some there. Om Yedevaha Savita Smakam Yedabhasve. Right. Put some of the rice there, rice there, rice there. So the chemicals on the inside now is to make the water pure. Just like if you go to Point Visas, you will see the tape. Take a piece of camphor, break a little piece, put here, here. You see they will take resins and take the seawater and make it with pure water, break it up. So this what you are putting now is to make the water pure. Or you never have Sabita Smakam, little basket, take a point there, put not put for here. Or you never have Sabita Smakam, put that one down there, not in the middle. Alright, put that flowers for each one of them. Om Yedevaha Savita Smakam Yedabhasve. Here. Not in the sun. Here. Put one flowers here. Put one flowers here. Om Yedevaha Savita Smakam Yedabhasve. Take this. So these chemicals on the inside is to make the water pure. Then we want holy water. How are we going to get holy water? Perhaps take this type on the neck of the kalsa. Take this spoon. Take 3 full of water there. Put 3 drops inside it. Or we never have Savita Smakam Yedabhasve, 3 drops. 3 drops. Right. You have to check. Drops. Right. Right. Next one, Babs. You put 3 drops in. Let him put it. Or we never have Savita Smakam Yedabhasve. Take the spoon and stir the water here 3 times. Babs, take the spoon and stir the water 3 times here. So these chemicals that I just said is to make the water pure, but we want holy water. If I like laddu and somebody says laddu, mine will become salihari. So if I call the holy scriptures, the holy texts, the holy rivers, put this back on top there. So now that we are prepared, keep it in front of you. We have prepared pure water. We want holy water, as I said. And I call the holy scriptures, the holy texts, the holy rivers. Just like we all went to Aripo and performed the 10-day ceremony, the Dashkrat. Similarly, we want these waters to have holy waters. So if you keep your hand there, you cover that water with your hand. You bob holy coconut, right? Just touch it. Right, that's it. Om Kalasase Mukhe Vishukandra Rudra Samasitaha Mule Tata Chitta Brahma Madhya Matra Kadasvitaha Kuksha Usagata Sarve Saturi Pava Sundaraha Rig Veda to Yajid Veda to Sam Veda Hetavara Angesha Sahita Sadve Kalaseshu Sam Vita Ayan Deva Puja Tam Dutakshe Karaka Gange Chayamuna Chaiva Godavarti Saraswati Narmaro Sindhu Kavi Darshna Sangu. Take both hands, touch the skalsa, touch your head and half to them. Now you touch that coconut, touch your head and half to them. Alright. Bring back that coconut with that salsa and everything, and the nota, put it back in. So that remains there until the end of the ceremony. So like I said, this is a form of Lord Shiva. Right? Let's see that it will fall, huh? Yeah. Alright. Okay, now you take that lota, take the flowers inside it, dip it in the water, and sprinkle everything here for me. Kalasadekina, Puja Dravyani, Samproksha, Puja Dravyani mean the puja item. You don't have to get up, just sit right where you want to sprinkle. Sprinkle here. Puja Dravyani, Samproksha, including the back there because there are things here that we use for puja. Puja Dravyani, Samproksha, Puja Dravyani mean puja items. Now, sprinkle on the Vedi here. Deva, Proksha, Deva mean the details. Now, sprinkle on all of your head. Atmanancha, Proksha on your head. Atma mean your soul on your body. Now dip again and make a big circle. Shesh and Brishijya, sprinkle the whole area. You sanctify this whole area. Okay, now you take that lota, put it in front of you. You will have to do most of the ceremony. Take that lota, put it in front of you. Put it there. So there are ceremonies which I hear people say that Shad ceremonies, put some rice in this. Put some rice here and water. You're not supposed to do Ganesh Puja. I understand why. What is Ganesh Bhagwan? Ganesh Bhagwan is the remover of all obstacles. And Henry in his next life, which we are doing this ceremony for, we want him not to have any obstacles. So I don't know where this idea that Ganesh Puja must not be done in Shraddha ceremony. When you go upstairs to do the Gita part, you have to do Ganesh Puja, so why leave it out here? But before I do the Ganesh Bhagwan Puja, since we record this today, what is Ganesh Bhagwan? You don't pray to Ganesh Bhagwan to remove obstacles. Later on, I'll make him insert into the video the reasons how Ganesh Bhagwan can help you to emulate him to remove obstacles. Ganesh Bhagwan has small eyes. You know why? A bird has small eyes. What the bird do in the skies? Looking for food. Where's the food? In the sky? Down in the ground. But he's focusing. So just like children, like business people, like anybody, you must focus on what you're doing. And no obstacles will come your way. Ganesh Bhagwan has a big head, you know why? Nobody cut off Ganesh Bhagwan's head and put an elephant head. That elephant head, that big head, shows you must take in as much as you can. And there will be no obstacles. The Dayadus do agriculture. I'm sure he makes sure that he understands what he's doing. Or else we have plenty of tractor follow and they kill them. So he makes sure that he's doing the right thing. So we have two examples here. Ganesh Bhagwan have a trunk over his mouth. You know why? Talk only sense and eat alone. Do not talk people business. That brings a lot of obstacles. And we can go and you have a big belly like me. You know what that big belly for? You know if I fancy boy, damn man have guts. I know Henry had a lot of guts. You have a lot of guts. Everybody have a lot of guts mean not belly. Ability to do everything and anything you want to do. So these are just examples of Ganesh Bhagwan. You emulate him. You don't only pray to become a remover of obstacles. So now that I explained that, think about Ganesh Bhagwan and ask that Henry in his life should emulate Ganesh Bhagwan and not have any obstacles. Put your hand together. Om Ganapati Puja, Om Acheta Shri Shraddha ceremony, Shri Supashala Pujam Ganesh. Om Vakrat Namaha Kaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Vividam Kurme Devasam Kashu Savada Manusabhisha Bhadam Maidatam Prendayakam Patishitam. Okay, so we have done what we call the preliminary activities. Observe, I didn't give you all flowers because if I give every one of you flowers, you have not enough. About 100 pinda from on top there, the pindas. Okay. Some ceremonies, some pandits, they use much more pindas than I am going to use here today. It is said, this ceremony here, give him it. But one of you take a palm leaf and break the tip like this and press it on here. Before he put it, please put this one there, pull that, just the palm leaf. When you're ready to put the top leaf. Some people, if you go to get some help and you can go directly to some person, you will be able to get how much pindas in that? I want it to 15, huh? Right, good. Some people, if you want to get help, you may have to go to several people to get help. And the Swaha movement and the Academy of Hinduism, which I was trained on, uses 13 pindas. Why? It's because if you can go to a direct person to get help, then you go to them. But if you have to go this one, that one, that one, some people use 22 pindas. Some people use 40 pindas. I explain that because some people say, Baba, why he using only 13? I explain it because I was trained by the academy and also Swamichis agreed that and the Swaha movement is doing it. So as you take one of them, Bob, put it on the ground there, take one at a time. Take one. And when I tell you where to touch, you will touch it and rest it. Then you will put the next pinda here in the same direction as that, and then he'll put it there. If you put it there, it will blow out, right? So Bob, when I tell you, touch it, you'll touch a part of your body and offer it on that palm leaf. So you're going to first touch it to your head. Om Pratam Pinda Danam Maidatam Pitri and Daikam Patishitam. So that represents Lord Vishnu. So whoever says that, put the next leaf here. Whoever says that a Shraddha ceremony is not for the Devya Devtas, they are not sure what they are doing. So the next one, that you take it and touch it to your eyes. Om Pritya Pindadadam Maidatam Pitraikam Patishitam. Good. So that, right? Which one you touch it now? To your eyes, right? Now we touch to your nose. Om Tritiya Pindadanam Maidatam Pitraikam Patishitam. That is the Yama. Right, next one. Om Chaturthi Pindadanam mouth. Maidatam Pitadaikam Patishitam. Right, next one. That is for Soba. Then you touch your chin. Om Panchami Pindadanam Maidatam Pitadaikam Patishitam. That is for the sun. Then you touch it to your throat. Om Shashti Pindadanam Maidatam Pitadaikam Patishitam. For all the forefathers that have gone, we offer that to them also. Or Saptami Pindadanam Maidatam Pitadaikam Patishitam. This is to your shoulders. That is for Mitri, Mrityu. Remember, God can be called many forms, any name. Om Ashtami Pindadanam to your heart. Maidatam Pitadaikam Patishitam. That is to Rudra. Next one, you touch to your belly. Om Naumi Pindadanam Maidatam Pitadaikam Patishitam. Right. Next one, you touch to your navel. Om Dashami Pindadanam Maidatam Pitadaikam Patishitam. So next one, you touch to your knee. Om Ekadashi Pindadanam Maidatam Pitadaikam Patishitam. Next one, you touch to your foot, both feet. Om Dashami Pindadanam Maidatam Pitadaikam Patishitam. And next one, you pass it all over your whole body and come down to offer here. Om Tredasi Pindadanam Maidatam Pitadaikam Patishitam. So we have invoked, plenty people ask the question, and I hear lots of people say, right, rest that down there, we don't need it right now. But in a ceremony, a dead ceremony is only dead people we need a little bit. Let me explain to you here. I just ask him to touch all the parts of the body here, and each part of our body is controlled by a Devta, right? We talked about just now, we talked about Shiva, we talked about Vishnu, we talked about Yama, Soma, the sun, forefathers, Mrityu, Rudra, Purusha, the departed, and we also talk about Vishnu, Brahma, and all the Devya Devtas. Now these pindas are not food. Many people, I have heard big pandits say, pindas are food. Just as when you're doing Ganesh Utsav, what do they make the murti of? Death. When they make an ordinary murti, they take concrete. Sometimes they take brass. So this material that we use here is what material we use for this ceremony to make a murti. Now we cannot go and shape the murti in the form. I made him touch all the parts of the body, and this is what these murtis are representative. Now we have to make sure that we do puja for each one of them. Why do we have to do puja for each one of them? Is because if we want to get the blessings of God, we have to show love for Him. And we do puja for ourselves every day. We bathe, we wash our feet, we wash our hand, we wash our mouth, we wipe our skin, we put on clothes, etc. So the same things that we do for ourselves, we are going to do it for these pindas, which is the murtis of the mentioned devatas that I just said. So we have to welcome them again with love. Put out your hand together. She, Shada, Shoda Shupachala Pujam Kadashe boy head. Diami Diham Samara Piami. Watch me put out the hand like you call it down. Out now, sing Hansam Ahim Sir Piami, touch it. Alright, you all could take flowers and put today, you put from this side. Each one of them put out flowers. The flowers represent welcoming them with love. Just so we just held them in our hands. I'll take a flower today. Right? Okay, if we take too long, we have two ceremonies to go, and we will go after 12. We don't want to do that. So the flowers again represents that you are welcoming them with love. Once you put one flower, you won't put on second flower because you don't have enough flower. So that flowers represent that you're giving them a welcoming with love. When you put a bedi and you make a bedi and you make these signs with all the different flower, etc., those are signs like when you have a mat and one in upper. Once everybody gets, yeah? Right. Yeah. Okay. So now that you're welcomed with love, what's the next thing to do? Now you take that leaf, put 2 drops of water on each one of them. I'll explain why we're doing it. How many feet do we have? 2 feet, right? So therefore we wash 2 feet by giving them 2 drops of water for each murti. We say pinda, but murti. Padavinda padyam, maidatam, pityantrayakam patishitam. Now how many hands do we have? 2 hands. So we're going to give 2 drops of water to wash 2 hands, the both hands. Next 2 again, Bob. So pada means feet, hasteshu means hands. Hasteshu argam maidatam, pitlayakam patishitam. Now some people say when he has reached this stage, he is still a prick. Well, Henry was a Pandit, if you all don't know. He used to do what, fire crosses, etc. So he could have gone beyond this ceremony already. But we, just because we have to do it, we are doing it. So what they call it, pray to pinda, it doesn't matter with him. Now, how many body you have? 1 body, 1 drop of water to wash the body. Sapiyam is, no, before the body, we wash in the mouth. We have 1 mouth. Okay, archminiam, maidatam, pitadayakam, patishitam. So after washing the mouth, we're going to wash the body. And the body, how many body we have? 1. So 1 drop of water. That's why people say, why 1 drop or 2 drops? 1 drop to wash the body. Stanam, maidatam, pitadayakam, patishitam. Okay, now human beings bathe with soap, water, shampoo, etc. But the divine form, they have to be given a bath with divine items. So we bathe them with the divine items. The first divine item that we do in puja, each one of them a little bit, not much, is milk. Ataha panchamrisam kadeshe maidatam pitadayakam patishitam. It says shir means milk. Shir sam kadeshe. Shir sam maidatam pitadayakam patishitam. So after we bathe with the milk, we must want to wash out the milk with 1 drop of water. So we take that leaf, put 1 drop of water to wash out the milk. So, Sapayami sanam maidatam pitadayakam patishitam. The second nectar we're going to bathe them with is dahi. And the word for dahi is dati. Ataha dati sam karishe. Now remember, these are murtis that we are doing puja for, not food or not dead people. It is murtis, just like the Deviya Devatas I explained before. So this next item is dahi. And the word for dahi in Sanskrit is dati. One drop is a symbolic activity. Ataha dati sam karishe maidatam pitadayakam patishitam. So we bathe them with dahi, and after we bathe them with dahi, we wash the dahi with 1 drop of water. Dati sanam maidatam pitadayakam patishitam. So we wash out the dahi with 1 drop of water. Snapayami sanam ma'edatam vidlaikam patishitam. The third nectar we're going to bathe them is ghee. And the word for ghee is grit. Grita snanam. Snanam means baths. So we are giving them a bath with, remember these are spiritual items, and the spiritual items get spiritual bath. We use soap, water, shampoo, etc. But the spiritual items will be given a bath with panch amrit. Some people mix all together. We don't take a bathtub and melt this soap into the bathtub and jump in and jump back out. So the next nectar is ghee, and the word for ghee is grit. Grita snanam ma'edatam. One drop. Pitadaikam patishitam. So we give them a bath with ghee, and the word for ghee, as I said, Grita snanam, grit means ghee. Grita snanam ma'edatam pitadaikam patishitam. Sugar in our food there. Up, right? So you have a curry with some sugar. We have one little thing that I use it. Yeah, right. So the fourth nectar, water bath. Snapayami sanam ma'edatam pitadaikam patishitam. Like I said, Henry could have crossed over to the next life already. So whether you call it prate or pitri doesn't matter right now. Some people say up to this point he's still a prate. We're not too sure. If he would have completed all his karmas and done what he has to do, which we know he has done a lot, he may have gone over to the next life already. He may be born again already in the next life. So the next nectar, it is going to be honey. And the word for honey is madhu. Ataha madhu sanam kadeshe o madhuva tautaita mudikshavanti sindava madvi il nasandasidehi madhunaka mudushashi madhu sanam ma'edatam pitadaikam patishitam. And the final nectar after the honey, of course each item we offer, we must put some water to wash it out. So after bathing them with honey, all shibulti, we bathe them with water to wash out the honey. Sapayami snanam ma'edatam pitadaikam patishitam. Water. And the final nectar we're going to bathe them with the sugar. And the word for sugar is shakara. Shakara snanam ma'edatam pitadaikam patishitam. So a lot of people don't understand why we bathe these murtis, whether it be for Shraddha ceremony or whether it be for puja in the temple or to whom. The 5 nectars, when you bathe them with milk, is like you get that knowledge, but that knowledge will not stay long because milk, just like everything else, will turn sour after a while. So we put it on the mouth, take this, take it, come like this, put sugar. So the milk is given a bath, and that only lasts for a little while. Now we are talking about getting yourself ready for the next life, like last night I said by Batoya. After you bathe them with the milk, which only lasts for a little while, that knowledge stays with you only a little while. Dahi lasts a little longer. If you observe, dahi can stay in a bottle for a little while, and it has to be refrigerated, of course. But that also would not last forever. Then out of milk, dahi, ghee comes, and the ghee will last a little longer. Remember, we talk about knowledge. Shakara sanam ma'edatam pitadaikam patishitam, water bath. So we put the ghee, but that ghee after a while become rancid. But honey will remain another time longer, much longer. So we're talking about the knowledge about your life and the next life. And the sugar that we just offered, just like our soul, will go over into the next life. Of course, the others will go if it has to or if it can, but sugar, of course, can be transported. So these 5 items, right. You have a napkin there, Mark?
Yeah, I have.
Now, this napkin that you're using now, symbolically, before you do that, put on this side there. Put this in front of you. Take each one of the cups and put a little bit of milk, not plenty, and then it over from this down here over. So the final bath, the final bath, it will be with milk again. Shirasanam, Maidatam, Pitadai competition left it. Correct. So this is like you're bathing, and after washing your skin with all the items, the milk represents the final offering. And we'll put water after that to show that we have completed their bath. Shirasanam, Maidatam, Pitadaikam, Patishitam. So while he's doing that, I'll explain again. Normally, when we bathe, we will wipe our skin. The napkin or paper towel represents a towel which you're going to just suck over them after we have given them a bath with milk and then water to represent wiping of the skin. Then afterwards, we will, somebody want to bring a glass, a bottle of water, not cool water. And we will put on clothes. When we bathe, what do we do? Put on clothes, right? After we put on clothes, we will put on janev. What is the janev represented? The janev is representing that you are reminded you have come from God. And the Christian religion, they say Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. In the Hindu religion, we say Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. And this janev reminds you that you are created by God. God has to maintain you, and God will absorb you after. We don't say destroy, we say absorb. Later on in this ceremony, you will see we are doing certain things representative of that same Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, creator, preserver, and absorber. So right now we are putting the final bath. You know, sometimes when you bathe, you want to make sure that everything that you have taken a bath with is washed out completely. You spend more time for the last items, and then you put a little bit of water to make sure that all the airs and the mouth and everything is not with any soap or any kind of things that you have used to take a bath with. So after this final bath with milk, I'm not going to put that also. We're going to put one drop of water on top of each of these things. Put it also, put that also, so you don't have more. None of that. One drop of water. Snapayami sanam, maidatam, pitandayakam patishitam. Now you may find that the ceremony that I'm talking is not that you will see in a normal ceremony. As I said last night, you must be able to be logical in whatever you're doing. Last night I was told I must read the Gita Dhyanam, and the English meaning was there. And after I did the Gita Dhyanam, I asked the crowd, do you understand what I just said? They said, but I didn't understand it. Then I said, okay, I will give you a logical meaning. So understand what I'm saying. Right. Okay, Babs, take a napkin and suck it a little bit like you're wiping the skin. So in this modern age, I'm sure this young man here, Dio might say, accept what you say. Val might say, accept what you say. But this fellow say, you better come better than that. And this fellow said, nah, you aren't telling me the truth. So I have tried my best, even when I was reading all the nights in, that I must give logical explanation. So what we're doing here is a logical explanation. Many people feel this is some death ceremonies and children shouldn't be around. What is he doing here? He's there because he wants to learn. Okay, Babs. So after we bathe, we will put on clothes, right? If Henry is to be reborn as a human being, his clothes will be made out of cotton. While I talk, if you exercise and what for, just rest it on the side. Even blow away, don't worry. Breeze will keep blowing. So the first term, if Henry don't have to be reborn as a human being, you know, he could be born later on when we go to take out the food. You see, we'll be taking out 5 shares. I have heard people say 1 share is enough. Well, then when the birds come around, why you don't put out food for them, right? When the cattle have to give you milk, don't worry cattle for milk. There's a 4-legged animal, feathered animal. When you want to go, who does eat fish, don't go by the sea for fish, right? Don't go to the reef and enjoy the beautiful fishes. So Henry could be reborn as a 4-legged animal, a 2-legged animal like human being, a fish, a feathered animal, and a swimming animal. So right now the clothes that you need as a human being is the cotton. And this is not silk cotton as when people say they use silk cotton to put clothes. This is from the cotton tree that God has given us that we use to make our cotton. We take this cotton, and while we talk, if he is to be reborn as an animal, he will have to use that type of covering for his skin. And sheep here represents, think what I said, represents all the coverings of a animal or sheep, or should I say four-legged, two-legged, etc. So vastram, mayadattam, pitradayakam patishitam. So he's offering the sheep here to represent all the clothes. Being, I said being, he may be born as in another life. So the two type of clothes is being given. Vastram, mayadattam, pitradayakam competition. While he's doing that, Bob, Dayo, take these and make it into some rings for me. I'll give you some more. Here. So after we put the clothes, I explained to you just now that we must be reminded that God will create us, He will maintain us, and He will absorb us to be born in the next life. 13 you want that. So the Jane represents that. Vastram, Mayadattam, Pitradayakam Patishitam. And we'll offer Chandan. What does the Chandan represent? Chandan from the sandalwood tree represents calming of the nervous system and purifying of the blood. I'll take the rings that he have made and put one for them. Hand him the ring, Badayo. Remember, everything that God gives us is something that we need for our own life. And Chandan is one of those things that He knows that we will need to calm our nervous system and purify our blood. So this is the original vibhuti of Swamiji, and we're going to offer this for all the devatas that we have just mentioned before. So Upavitam, which is the Janeu, which is now being offered to remind Henry that in the next life, all these devis and devatas that we are doing puja for, they will help him to be born, to be created, to be preserved or maintained and absorbed into the next lives. So after we offer the Janeu, we're going to offer the Chandan, as I said before. Chandan is to calm the nervous system and purify the blood. So the Chandan is going to be offered now. We call it Gandham. Gandham, Mayadattam, Pitradayakam Patishitam. So after the last of the Janeu has been offered, stick your hand and guide you. Touch it and position on top the leaf. Gandham, Mayadattam, Pitradayakam Patishitam. So we offer the Gandham now. And the original Gandham is from the sandalwood tree, which God has created. And when we put it on, later on we put here, here, here. These are points in the body. We have nerve cross and your blood cross. And it will have the calm the nervous system and purify the blood. So Gandham, Mayadattam, Pitradayakam Patishitam. After you offer the Chandan, each one of you, put one Chandan here at the forehead, right? Put one for yourself. And let them put for themselves, right? Give them it, they will put for themselves. Now all the Devi and Devatas that we're doing puja for, we are saying, Henry, wherever he is, or whenever he is to take a birth in the next life, each one of the Devi and Devatas put on top of it. We'll want to make sure that he has medicine in his next life. Again, I've heard people say this is rouge and so on, and one of them ladies is decorating this whole body. But this is medicine. Swamiji, when he comes, he offers hardi as medicine for your skin as well as for your inside of your body. So this represents medicine. And this does not mean that this is the only medicine. It represents all medicines. So we say Hardra Mayadata Pita and Daikam Patishitam. Yeah, singular. Okay. So what do we offer now? We offer sindoor. And really and truly it's not sindoor, but it's kumkum as we say. Some people, of course, they come to the nearest thing that is the real thing. And the hardi is just offered. The sindoor, which is kumkum, the real thing is not offered. What is that for? We say in Henry in his next life, he will be afforded protection by all the Devya Devtas that we are doing puja for. So we say, Kumkumachoram, Mayatam, Pitadai Competition, rice, rice. So in puja, we're supposed to offer so many things. Swamiji has told us that when we do puja, whatever we're supposed to offer, we cannot offer, we make yellow rice and that replaces whatever else you have to offer. What are the other things you're supposed to offer? Progeny, having children, progeny, prosperity. Right? Take our flowers and put fish in them. So we cannot offer progeny and the baby here. We cannot offer prosperity. We cannot offer longevity. But the rice represents all these things. And now we offer in flowers. I said before, all these items that we have offered before, right, the Lapsen Suhari are up there. We want somebody to just bring down the Lapsen Suhari. Because if it's there, what can we do? Right, whatever you have, bring it. So the flowers represent that you have offered all these items with love. Pushpani, Mayadatam, Pitadaikam Patishitam. Samasta Sabhagya Dravyani, Pushpani, Mayadatam, Pitadaikam Patishitam. Alright, Babs, Dayo, break this. We want 15 double. Break it and you can offer a little bit. 110. Babs, take that leaf, pan leaf. See why we don't pan leaf here. So we're going to offer food. Yeah, you can break it. Right. Take each one of the pan leaf, break it, and let him offer it on top of that, and put one of each near each of the pinda. Take it back. Naivedya means food. Make sure you have 15. I see it on the block here. No, only one pair. No, you break it in, but you put it, you must have 15. No, you put too much in. Put it out, take out. Only put a double. Put some sweet rice. You have sweet rice in it? So we call this Naivedya. Put it down on the box. And just put a little bit in there. It's a symbolic activity. Naivedyam Mayadatam Pitandai Patishitam. So in Henry's next life, wherever he's going to be, right, he must have food. And before you give him food, you know, make sure the devtas get food. So Naivedyam Mayadatam Pitandai Patishitam. So food is being offered now to the devtas, and they in turn will ensure in his next life that he receives food, whether he is born as a human being, two-legged, four-legged, feathered, or whatever animal. This food represents, this is why we, as human beings, should always do not waste food, put food outside for the birds. Come, move food out. Don't use any leaf in the back. Break this leaf, doesn't matter. If you don't have enough, do it.
Ask your mother.
Naivedyam, Mayadatam, Pitadayakam Patishitam. Any leaf can work. Doesn't matter. So we can also look for help, extra. Wash it out. Right, bring. Naivedyam, Mayadatam, Pitadayakam Patishitam. So these are items that we use in puja all the time. And we are saying this Shraddha ceremony that we call Bandara or Shraddha, food must be offered to all the devatas because you have them in front of you, and they must be afforded all the necessary things that you want to give for their happiness and which will pass on to heaven. So Naivedyam, Mayadatam, Pitadayakam Patishitam. So after you offer the Naivedyam, have enough bath? Remember, when we eat, we want to put some water for them to use to drink, or beverage, juice we drink, as the case may be. So we're going to offer that also. Share it about. Carry it closer to the end. Naivedyam, Mayadatam, Pitadayakam Patishitam. So while he is offering the food, I mentioned to you already before that they will want water to drink and some beverage. So the 2 drops of water that we're going to offer for them will be representative of when somebody is finishing eating, normally you will want them to digest the food and to clean the teeth, clean the breath, etc. So after we're going to offer water for them and some beverage, we're going to offer pan leaves, supari and clove. Up to this day in India, these items, although they are now made into a solid form, it is what they use to help clean the teeth, clean the breath and help digest the food. So after we offer the Naivedyam, we're going to offer 2 drops of water on the food now. Take that leaf, right, put that aside for the hour after. Achmanyam, Mayadatam, Pitadayakam Patishitam. So the 2 drops of water, as I said, represent water and some beverage. Pan leaves of Harvey and clove is for the cleaning of the teeth, cleaning of the breath and have digested the food. Alright, Bob, Joe could get involved now. Put one more on this side.